Yosh! Konnichiwa, my swordlings. It's been quite a while since I talked about a game. And the reason for that is because I've been busy playing through games that are in my backlog. I'm on my third new game in Tales of Berseria, and I've just started playing Yakuza 6. And I've also revisited the PlayStation 1 classic, Xenogames. Today there's something I'd like to talk about that has been a shaku for me the last couple of weeks. I usually go to the YouTube gaming section when I want to check out new content from my favorite games, but recently there's this game that is showing up way too often, staring me in the face. That game is called Fortnite. Even though all you need to do is take a look at some gameplay footage of Fortnite to see that it's complete garbage. But I'm not the one to judge. So apparently Fortnite is part of this genre called Battle Royale. So, already off to a bad start. I'm sure that most of you already know this, but for you Westerners out there, Battle Royale is a 2000s Japanese dystopian film adapted from the 1999 novel of the same name by Koshun Takami. It is the final film directed by Kinji Fukasaku, written by his son Kenta, and stars Takeshi Kitano. The film follows a group of junior high schoolers forced to fight to the death by the Japanese government. The film drew controversy and was banned or excluded from distribution in several countries. So, not only did Fortnite steal the concept from Koshun Takami's masterpiece, they even went so far as to copy the name to describe the genre it's part of. This is incredibly shameful. This is already starting to upset me quite a bit. I think I need something to calm me down before I continue this. Okay, I'm ready. So, where was I? Oh yeah, this game. So, I did some more research into who made the game, and yes, of course they are Western developers. I think the reason why these people think they can get away with stealing is because they know the West is uneducated when it comes to Japanese culture. And because of that, nobody is there to call them out. Well, guess what, Epic Games? I know what you're doing. Also, the person who is the most famous Fortnite player is someone who calls himself Ninja, and is not even Japanese. So at this point I knew I had to check the game out for myself. I mean, there's so many people playing this right now, and it's super popular. I just wanted to know if my predictions were true. And what are the results? Yes, this game is a big pile of steaming garbage. Now, when I started the game, which took quite a while to set up, by the way, I knew the first thing I had to do was change the controller settings. I always use my trusty DualShock 4 PlayStation 4 controller, like I do in every game I play. But look at this! All I see is some kind of Xbox controller. So the game doesn't even support the superior DualShock 4? So I guess I have to go with keyboard and mouse, which I'm okay with I guess, but not having proper support for controllers is just straight up bad game design. Another thing that is super shaku is that the menu is really messy and hard to understand. There are a bunch of different buttons and stuff, and no explanation whatsoever. It's almost like they don't want people to play their game. After messing around in the menu for a bit, I finally start playing the game. Yosh, ikuyo! I don't know what's going on here. You can't attack anyone, and people are just running around like baka. And then all of a sudden, what is going on? So now the game starts? What is this? So what was the point of all that stuff earlier?
Why not just start the game right here?
I have no idea what these Western game developers are thinking.
Now, the game starts with the main character jumping out of this flying bus thing, and what is the next objective?
And guess what? The game doesn't tell you what to do next.
I just ran around trying to figure out what to do when all of a sudden, I don't have any words for this. How did the game developer expect you to beat the enemies when you don't even have a gun? And now all I can do is quit the game, go back to the menu, start another game, play the waiting game, and finally I'm back in another game. And guess what? Same thing happened again. This almost made me quit the game and start writing this review. But then I thought, there's probably even more stuff in this game that is completely broken. So I convinced myself to keep going. A thing that is really annoying is that you can't change the character model. I just get a random one before each game. Why can't you just make your own character? Anyway, I'm willing to give this game one more try and see what happens.
Have I mentioned that this game suffers from really bad frame rate?
I don't know why this hasn't been fixed yet. My guess is that the developer doesn't even care. So in this game I finally find a gun, and while I was running around to find my next objective, I also figure out that this game has a building mode.
And once again, I'm completely baffled by the design choice here.
Now, you can build a variety of different things using materials that you can harvest. But this mechanic is completely useless. I tried building a house using this, and you can tell by just looking at this that they could have just removed this mechanic altogether. If you remember my Minecraft review a few years ago, I did at least manage to build a house out of the materials I gathered, and even though the game is awful as well, it at least functioned as a house.
What a waste of time!
So I kept exploring the world for a bit. I haven't seen a single person yet, but I found more weapons and a potion, which doesn't even function like potions do in other games. It doesn't even heal you. And then back to exploring the world again. And all of a sudden, I started taking damage. Nobody was shooting at me, but the game told me to get out of the storm, whatever that means. So I finally got out of it, and what was the point of that?
An area where you just take damage for no reason is just bad game design.
I kept on exploring for about 10 more minutes, and then someone just killed me, and I couldn't even see them so that I could have a chance of surviving.
Okay, so let's sum this up. I ran around for more than 15 minutes picking up junk along the way. There was not a single player or even an NPC to be seen. And then I get killed out of nowhere from someone I couldn't even see.
This was the final straw for me, and I turned the game off for good.
So, overall, Fortnite is an overrated, overhyped, and absolutely baka game full of bad game design and Western-influenced game mechanics, while shamefully stealing from a culture that is in every way superior. This certainly made me realize how badly these game developers are treating our youth. Children never get to experience games like the Persona series or the Final Fantasy series because games like this exists. But that is why I am here, to show Westerners that you shouldn't be okay with stuff like this, and that we need to spread the words about the glorious Nippon, who creates the best and the most sugoi entertainment in the whole world. Please share this video with any Westerner you know. I am guaranteed that they will have a change of heart after watching this, just like Kamoshida, Madarame, Kaneshiro, Okumura, and Shido did in Persona 5, made by Atlus. Domo arigato for watching this video, my swordlings. I hope you will enjoy what I have in store for you in the future when Season 3 starts. But anyway, have a good night, evening, morning, or day.
Konnichiwa, my swordlings. I would like to thank all of my Patreons for supporting me. If you would like to support the Dave Pretender channel, you can check it out in the link over here. Even 100 yen would be enough. Again, thank you so much for watching the video. Moshi mosh!